everybody and welcome back to Obtv. It's lovely to have you all here, especially for this Christmas show. We hope that you're having a wonderful time during this festive season. On this show, I'm going to be talking with Jam First Theatre and having live music from Daisy Clark, Off the Lights, and also a trio performance from Bailey, Daisy and Luella, who will be performing a Christmas cover for us. We're going to be talking with Abby Crosby, who is an artist in residence here at the Old Bakery, and also our regular feature with Vanloo Reviews, talking about what's coming up for 2021. We are now going to be here with live music from Daisy Clark. She's going to be performing for us her latest single, I Hope It Hurts You.
It's been a week, your apologies are lost. You tell the world, what are you trying to say? Oh, it's not me, the one in it this way. I hope you tell your friends the truth when they ask what did you do. Tell them that I won't see them that were wrong, 'cause you made it shatter, and it hurts, but I'm strong. One day I'll be happy with someone that's not you, but you'll always carry this. I hope it hurts you. Show your love. You can't have ever loved me quite enough. You had the nerve to ask me about a guy just 2 days after what you did that night. I bet you didn't feel like this when you were in between the sheets with another girl that you made it shatter, and it hurts, but I'm strong. One day I'll be happy with someone that's not you, but you'll always carry this. I hope it hurts you. I hope it hurts you. Should be, and when I'm in love with someone who only wants me, when you see just what you lost and you think about what it could be, I hope it hurts, I hope it hurts. Oh, none of it matters, the things that were wrong, 'cause you made it shatter, but I'm strong. One day I'll be happy with someone that's not you, but you'll always carry this. Hope it hurts you. You'll always carry this. Hope it hurts you. You'll always carry this. Hope it hurts you. You'll always carry.
So I'm now joined with Larry and Darren from Jam First Theatre. The project came about because of lockdown. It's lovely to chat to you guys. You seem really nice and friendly, which is nice because it's quite scary if you're really intimidating people. So it's nice that you're really nice and so what's been the highlight of this project? Obviously it came about because of COVID. So what's been like the process of it?
Well,
after you.
Yeah,
Go
so
on.
we just
lead on.
We were both working on shows that I was working on a show that just came out of the West End on tour, and you were in the West End directly,
Yeah.
and everything got pulled. The universe shut down, lockdown. So I was locked down in London. Larry was locked down in Cornwall.
Yeah.
We're both from Cornwall originally. We're both from St Austell.
Yeah.
And Larry phoned me up and said, "Do you fancy making a show?"
Yeah, it was that tricky time because there was so much going on with COVID anyway that like making theatre was the last of anybody's problems, and then it started gradually. That kind of started to spring up. People were like, oh, what's going on with performance, and we thought, can we do it? And then lockdown ended, and during that time we just put together this script. And then it coincided with your birthday and you coming down to Cornwall.
Yeah, amazing,
I literally said, it'll be a couple of days rehearsal, you just swing in, you'll be done, and then we'll do it on your birthday and then you go back. So like 3 weeks later, he'd been rehearsing like near enough every day, and he went, this rehearsal process is a lot longer than you said it was going to be. And I was like, yeah. And it paid off though in the end.
It did, yeah. We wrote the show over Zoom.
Amazing.
And when I came down, my mum's shielding, so I'd normally live at home with my family, but I wasn't able to do that, so I've got an old vintage VW camper van. So I lived in that for 4 months.
Pride and joy.
Pride and joy. And I've never stayed in that for longer than 2 weeks before, so that was quite fun. So we were jumping in the sea every day, coming out, writing the show, making the show, and we expected to do 3 shows, didn't we, all in all?
We were meant to be just doing it in Tregenny in like a heavy horse tent that they use for.
Sweet.
And we like turned up and we put it online. We like saw if we could sell, and then it sold 60. And we were like, oh, all right. So 60 people came to see it, and we were like so up on like the socially distancing and like looking into that and make sure all the red tape was sorted. That took so long to like just make sure everything was like everything was dotted. It turned out, and then people were like, oh well, we'll tell our friends. You should put on another show. So we did.
Yeah, did that. Sold out in a few hours.
We basically then Pine Eaton Gardens got on board and said, do you want to perform here? And we were like, yeah. And we did another 2 shows there. We got like 120 people along, spread out. And then it just went on from there. And we just kept putting it up online and it kept selling out. So it was like, well, I guess we better stay down in Cornwall like a little bit longer.
Then you
and it went
thought.
on. And then I think we were doing all right until we got into like, it started getting cold and Darren was still out in his van. And he was like,
man, it's too damp. Yeah, I lifted up the bedding one day and it's just mould and damp under there. So I'm living in Larry's house now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So like, chuck some people out.
Shielding for a bit and we can live together. We're making a new show now, aren't
Amazing.
we?
Yeah.
A brand new show.
And we should also mention with your girlfriend.
Oh yes, Ellie, who's also an actor as well from London.
Yeah.
She's directing our show
fantastic.
as well. It's her debut as a director, and she's amazing. She knows us quite well, so it speeds up the process a lot if you know who you're working with and how
It's that element where bigger companies that have been down here and more substantial and are more like entrenched down here can't move as fast with the COVID when it comes up and different rules and stuff. So having a smaller little knit group where you can be like, oh, your show's been cancelled, we're like, oh, fine, okay, great, we'll do another one. Yeah. And so whereas bigger companies can't kind of move that fast. So it's like a different dynamic to theatre nowadays, which it kind of lends
established
itself.
company would have take quite a bit of money to sort of get the show up and running, but we started from nothing, so we've got nothing to lose, really, have we?
Yeah.
Just having fun.
We didn't have any money to begin with. We got less now.
Yeah.
It was great. Hey! Come see our show.
What would you guys say your highlights of your careers are, respectively? Because obviously you've talked about the West End and done amazing things. What would you say is the highlight?
1, 2, 3. Meeting you.
Thanks, guys. I didn't tell him to say that at all.
Fun. Still knows all the magic tricks.
Yeah, still.
So,
Oh, can I do a magic trick?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, a point now. Oh, Darren, what's that behind your ear? What? No. Which one do you want? Do you want that one? Or do you want that one? Do you want that one? Or do you want that one? Do you want that one or that one? Which one do you want?
Which one do you want?
That one.
You want that one?
Yeah.
Put out your hand for me. Right, scrunch it up. Real small. Okay, scrunch it up. Okay, put your other hand over the top. Okay, take this one here. Put it in my hand and go 1, 2, 3, and go. Open your hand.
Hey.
What?
I don't like stuff like this. It stresses me out.
Well, you think that was good? All right. I think have you got a £5 note on you?
No, I don't.
Well, here's one I prepared earlier. Thank God. I say that I've lost it. Oh my God! It's in my pocket. There we go. No, that's a receipt.
Keep that. Expenses.
Oh yeah, good shout. Always keep your expenses, because otherwise, the tax man cometh.
Yeah.
I can't find my £5 note. Oh, there we are.
There we are.
Ah, thank God for that. Okay. Okay. Real £5 note. Lovely. Can you confirm it's a £5 note? Or not?
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a £5 note.
All right, we'll take it like that. Okay, fold that nice and small. Take it here, put my hand, go 1, 2, 3, and go. Just go transport it from my mouth into his mouth. Does it come out?
No, man.
You stand up for me?
Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, this can happen.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, this can happen sometimes. Yeah,
Oh, dude,
that's
there
what
it
that is. Yeah, yeah. So,
I've lost 70p.
Okay. Well, don't flush. Just
Find that later.
Here ended the magic trick.
Oh, thanks guys. I very much enjoyed that.
Oh.
Magic really stresses me out because it's really unpredictable and I don't know what's going to happen and I quite like controlling
Same
it.
for us.
Yeah.
We didn't have a clue.
Well, come and see our new show. We got some load of magic in Elfish, which is going to be at Pineham Gardens, 18th to 31st of December.
Yeah, you think you've got about 3 days to come and see it from when this airs. So book your tickets now.
Yeah.
Well, it's been lovely to chat to you guys. You've been absolutely so full and lovely and chatty, and it's always nice to actually be able to have a really lovely conversation. So.
Oh, anytime.
Thanks a lot.
And thank you for the Christmas jumper effort. We all
Thank
appreciate
you. I
it.
got the memo. Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Hope everyone's having a pretty rock and roll Christmas. We're off the lights and we're going to be playing Santa Claus is Back in Town. Pretty baby, when the snow is coming down, yeah. It's Christmas time, pretty baby, yeah. When the snow is coming down. I'll be a good little girl now. Ooh, Santa Claus is back in town, yeah. Got no sleigh with reindeer, got no sack on my back, huh? You're gonna see me roll up in my big black Cadillac. Well, it's Christmas time, pretty baby, yeah. Where the snow is coming down. I'll be a real good little girl. With Santa Claus is back in town, yeah. Oh, let's show 'em, boys. Got no sleigh with reindeer, got no sack on my back, but y'all gonna see me riding in my big black Cadillac. Wow! I'll be a real good little girl, sugar. Ooh, Santa Claus is back in town, yeah.
So we're now back with Vanloo's Reviews, our regular kind of catch up about what's going on in Cornwall.
Thank you so much, Em. It's lovely to be back.
That's okay, it's lovely to see you again.
I don't want to look back too much on 2020 because it has been a nightmare for everybody and we've lost so much this year. There are a couple of things I would like to look at because it's coming into Christmas, and some of our theatre companies have managed to work, but online. So Knee High have reprised their fabulous Flying Lovers of Vitebsk in collaboration with the Bristol Old Vic and Wise Children.
Okay.
And that has been streaming. Tickets were available to buy, so that's all been good news. The wonderful Seamus Carey has released his Pagan Pandemonium, and now it's on YouTube forever, absolutely free.
Amazing.
It's wonderful, it's mad, it's pagan festivities, and there's a bit of history, and there's some very poignant moments as well. So that's highly recommended.
I've heard a lot about that one actually. Like a lot of people that I follow online have given that a lot of high ratings, so that's probably definitely one to look at.
So looking at the future, hopefully Knee High will be back next year with the Asylum. We've got everything crossed. And then of course we've missed Miracle, we've missed How Do You Do, we've missed Wildworks. I think they'll all be back next year, and I think they'll all be bringing new shows. They've all been quietly working away, can't meet up and can't get together and can't perform. So working away, writing and doing all the amazing things they do in the background. I think 2021 is going to be exciting theatre-wise. We've also got currently Nearta, who are streaming online for a £5. It is their 11th year of Christmas Time, which is a mental programme, and they tour it up and down the country. This year they can't, of course, but you can actually, they've streamlined it and they've done it online, and it's just a £5. Family friendly, totally bonkers. And films, obviously this year we had a BAFTA award-winning Cornish film. We did, and we will live off that for many years to come.
I think it's something we'll all be talking about forever.
But I think there's going to be more, you know.
I really hope so.
Already, Mark Jenkins has been working on his next release.
Yes.
Following on from Bait, and his next one is a Cornish horror. Entitled Ennis Men, which translated is Stone Island.
Okay.
But it's already been picked up by Channel 4, who are partly financing it.
Interesting.
I know, and so exciting for Cornish film.
So amazing.
And it will give a lot of people some work. And then, of course, on the subject of film, we've got O Region's much anticipated next full-length feature film, which is called Long Way Back. It's about the classic road trip home, basically. Their last one, Brown Willie, was lauded up and down the country, so that'll be another one to watch out for. Cornish fabulousness, doing great guns.
We love that.
And also just a quick chat about venues. Obviously, you know, we're in the old bakery and it's wonderful, and all being well, Hall for Cornwall will be opening those doors after a long closure. Exciting things to be announced. Programming is already being finalised, so there will be news next year. And of course, good news about the Princess Pavilion in Falmouth, which we thought was going to be closed for good. As far as I'm aware, Cornwall Council have taken it back.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing news.
Obviously, there's still going to be fundraising. They still got a lot of work to do. But I had a peek on their website today, and already they've got a full programme for next year.
Okay, that's really
Keep it going, because it's a fabulous venue. What's not
amazing.
to love about Princess Pavilion? And then, of course, the Eden Sessions, rescheduled. We've got My Chemical Romance, Diana Ross, Lionel Richie, and The Script.
It's going to be a big year.
It's going to
be a big year. And now for a festive treat from Daisy, Luella, and Bailey.
Special.
So I'm joined with Daisy Clark. Daisy has a whole list of things I could say about her, and if you don't know her, I'd be very surprised. She signed to the same management as the Rolling Stones. She went absolutely viral a couple of years ago with a cover of Hopelessly Devoted to You. It now has like 12 million views on Facebook or something ridiculous. And she's also been featured on Billie Eilish's like a stream thing she did, and that was incredible. It's got a massive amount of streams as well. So hello Daisy, just big you up.
You make me sound cooler than I am.
No, you are cool. Who are your musical icons, and like who do you really look up to in this music industry?
There's so many. I think starting out, if we go back, starting out, it's definitely like the Taylor Swift vibes, you know, with the guitar, like that is what got me started. But now more still Taylor Swift probably with folklore, like I love it. Holly Humberstone, like we were just talking about, Lennon Stella, the 1975, I love. Just a mix of kind of like indie pop and acoustic stuff.
Yeah, a huge mix of things.
Yeah, I've always had like a very wide music taste, so I've always hated when people are like, what's your genre? And I'm like, I like it all, but like I take inspiration from everything, but it's just generally just like poppy, acousticy, I don't know, just, you know, stuff like that.
How did you begin writing your own music? Because obviously you do a lot of covers on your YouTube, and I assume that's kind of where it began, but at what point did you start writing your own stuff?
I think when I was like 14, 15, again, it was very into the Taylor Swift phase. I was obsessed with a song called Enchanted, and that kind of got me rolling with the original stuff. And I remember I used to be so scared to share my original songs. I used to like hum them and not tell anyone the words because I was too embarrassed. I was like, this is too cringy. And just eventually I just opened up more and more, so. Yeah.
It's the birthplace. Well, you've released some really lovely originals. It's, you know, I hope there's more to come as well. What's in store for next year?
Next year I have 2 more songs coming out because in between lockdowns this year I was in the studio in London with Dan Moyler, who is like amazing. Like he's worked with so many cool people and he's just the loveliest. And we did 3 tracks. So the first one was Hope It Hurts You, which just came out, and then we have 2 more to come out at the start of next year, and then just hopefully some festivals. I would love that.
Daisy's favourite thing is the summer. It's like the place that she'll always talk about, a thing like the sunshine, and she just loves it.
I just feel like we're both festival girls. Like it's like Cornwall summer music, all the stuff we love. Like
we just need to be out in a field with our friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. What are some notable things for you that have happened in 2020? Obviously it's been a really weird year, but I still think for you, you've come up kind of on top.
Yeah, it's been weirdly very good. It's been weird. So obviously with my new management that I've been working with, they are amazing. Like they've been so great. Being in the studio with Dan, recording all those songs, that's been amazing. I think just growing my music in general online with live streams and doing a lot of different stuff has expanded that. And then with the new single, Hope It Hurts You, like that was so exciting. Like, and Battle Scars, like I released 2 songs this year, so yeah, it's been very, very fun.
I'm glad that it's been a good year. I feel like you've definitely seen like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's still been good despite the pandemic, and yeah, it's nice to know. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in 2021. Like I think it's going to be a really good year. I'm really excited. Thank you for chatting, and we will see some of Daisy playing in just one sec.
Treated bad before. Why am I apprehensive and you're hypocritical? Was never problematic till I see a single flaw. So tell me what you see in me and what you see in her. You see me when we're alone, but I don't see another way for this to play. Oh, I see you stuck on your phone. I guess the times have changed, isn't it strange? Oh, persuasion, invasion, such an odd occasion to complain. Wouldn't dare to say you think you'll stay. Oh, make me trust you, step into my shoes, give me what's true. Oh, make me trust you. Is this a sign or a blessing in disguise? You're giving me the size at the mention of a name, but under this disguise there's a motive to your game. Tracing every letter, it never makes me feel better, so I guess I'll take the blame. Oh, see you when we're alone, but I don't see another way for this to play. Oh, I see you stuck on your phone. I guess the times trust you. Please tell me why you had to go and lie.
Hi, I'm Abby Crosby. I've got a studio here at the Old Bakery and I'm a fine artist and illustrator. I've always been a really creative person and studied art and design and did a fashion degree. After uni I decided that I'm not a fashion designer, so I decided to go travelling and I ended up working on sailing boats for about 6 years. I've just recently moved back to England, coming back to Cornwall and finding my roots again. I've always wanted to kind of make this my full-time career, and I kind of just made the jump and just said, this is it, I'm going to do it. And having a studio was kind of a really good stepping stone. Such a great community of people here, and after being away for such a long time, kind of coming back and finding this group of people and like supportive artists and environment, it's just been really, really rewarding, really awesome. I think I take a lot of inspiration from my surroundings. I definitely subconsciously absorb the environment, and it comes out a lot within my work. And because I've spent so long at sea, surrounded by the sky and ocean, there's lots of blues and ocean themes throughout my work. Like lots of passions in terms of like the environment anyway, and sea waste and plastic, and that's something I try and kind of touch upon in my work. For me, it's something really important. I kind of really like the idea of taking something that people throw away that's still really like useful, and there is like some beauty in it. Like you see bits of plastic washed up on the beach and it gets stuck in between the rocks, and that like really bright colour against like the natural like landscape is actually really striking. And I think why don't we like make this into something lovely and beautiful and useful, rather than it just getting eaten by a fish or stuck in the environment and never erode. Like, why can't we just keep it and make something from it? So I try and pick up bits of my car's probably full of bits of rubbish and plastic, and I try and use that within my work, especially when I'm doing printing, get some really lovely textures and marks from just bits of fishing line and bubble wrap and plastic. So it's really interesting to see what things create like textures and marks on the page as well. In the last year, definitely found a process and a method that I'm really enjoying. So I love exploring the landscape, and I'm always out surfing or walking. So taking photographs of my environment and then coming back to the studio and making sketches and drawings from those photographs, and also taking sketches when I'm in the landscapes on the beach or on the cliffs or wherever, and using that as a starting point to then decide whether I'm going to make a painting from it or a sculpture or a print. So having those boundaries has really helped me to kind of create the direction in which I want to take things. Best place to find my work is Abby_Crosby_art. So yeah, check it out.
So I'm now here with Ollie from Off the Lights. He's part of a three-piece. They're very much into like rock and roll sound. It's kind of a quirky and different sound from what you would expect from the kind of age range that they're working within. Firstly, I love your shoes.
Thank you.
They're great. What kind of inspires you to do the music that you're making?
Well, like as a kid, I kind of used to be into 70s punk music. I used to go around and like have a look in record shops, buy loads of old records and that, and just see what was what. I just used to judge it off the cover. If I liked the cover, I used to buy it. So I found a Stray Cats record. That was the one that really like, I mean, that kind of put me where I was, because I'd still be doing, I don't know what I'd be doing, but yeah, that's my main one.
It's interesting that you found it from the cover of a record as well, because obviously so much of the visuals of an artist is important, but I think sometimes people overlook it. So to see that you were picking a vinyl from the cover is really interesting.
Yeah, I liked his hair.
It's important. I think looks are really important, and especially for like an album cover, you've got to have something that stands out.
Yeah.
What do you think is like the highlight of making music? Like, what do you just love more than anything about it?
Playing live, probably. That's the best thing. When the audience is really giving it back, do you know what I mean? Get really involved in it, go out, dance with the audience while you're playing and that. That's my favourite thing. Well, I tell you, there's only one thing I wanted under my tree at Christmas, and well, that was money. Let's take it, boys. Things in life are free, but you can keep them for the birds and bees. I need the money, that's what I want, yeah, that's what I want, oh yeah, that's what I want. Well, I still things are gonna kill your ears, but only one thing gonna pay my bills, and that's the money, that's what I want, yeah. I want, oh, yeah, that's what I want. Wow! When you see me in misery, oh, come on, honey, bend the knee. I want money. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, yeah, that's what I want. Oh, playboy, come on. Thank you.
So I'm now joined with the delightful Luella. I'm really excited to hear all about your stories of travelling around in the van and like future plans. So it's nice for you to be on the infamous sofa.
Thank you very much.
What kind of inspires you to write and make music and like create, I guess?
Life, I think. All the events that happened to me in my weird and wonderful path. Yeah, there's always breakup songs, you know, that's, you know, we're a go-to thing. That's the musician's prerogative, is to write songs about hating your ex or being upset about your ex, isn't it? I for years tried not to write about that sort of thing, but you know, it slips in there. Emotions get heavy, and a good way to get rid of some of that bad feeling is to write it down and sort of explain it to somebody else. And I feel like if you can write it down and get it in a box and go, there it is, that's how I feel, then you understand it better yourself, and completely. You know, maybe it'll help someone else as well.
No, I completely agree. So what, hopefully, does 2021 hold for you?
Well, with a bit of luck and some hard work on my behalf, because I'm very lazy, I want to finish doing my van up in the coming months, and then go around the coast of Europe, just doing a few gigs, and then one weekend, and then having a couple of weeks just to sort of explore and go surfing and write. I need to write more. You know, I've got so much in here that needs to come out, and I feel like for years I've been busking and gigging and trying to maintain myself without having the time and space I need to actually be creative, and it's kind of getting to me now, and I've had enough. And so I thought, well, if I get a van, I can go travelling, which is what I've always wanted to do. I can do gigs on the way.
Yeah, completely.
You know, I want to play to as many people as want to listen, and have the space and time to be creative and write some stuff and get all my old stuff down as well.
And hopefully in turn that will also inspire like a fan base across Europe, because you'll be like gigging in so many different places and connecting with people literally across Europe. So it will kind of in turn really help everything out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I went around New Zealand for 5 months busking and gigging, and so I've got a few fans over there now, you know, a little handful and stuff, but it's really cool to have that spread of different countries and cultures and stuff. It's really cool.
How did you grow up busking? Did you just start one day and it's kind of been that?
I got in contact with my birth dad, who was a busker, and I just quit my job as a milkmaid. And I was stuck for money, and I thought, what can I do? And I knew a few songs. I'd started learning guitar again, and I'd learned a few songs. And Dad just said, why don't you go busking? And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So I used to go off busking every day for a bit, and then it just progressed. And I started playing with a little folk band. I think this was even before I started busking. There was a trio of old men from the North Devon called the Fifers Ruse, and I met them in a pub one night, and they said, do you want to come and play with us to give me confidence and stuff like that? And so I went and followed the other guitar player who used to be a session player in the 60s and stuff, and it was brilliant fun. And then one day he gave me 20 quid at the end of the gig, and I went, you get paid for this? Oh. Epic! That's amazing! I want to do that. This song is called The Brightest Star. You wear orange and I wear blue, 'cause you're the sun and I'm the moon. No matter where we go, and no matter where we've been, you'll always be a good friend to me. Gin-soaked sunsets in the east, and trippy moon parties on the beach. We'll laugh until we're sore, fall asleep amongst the sand. And when my heart is heavy, you hold my hand. Sunshine girl, when you're traveled in a fog, I just remember when it pulls in dark. You're my brightest star. Your head's full of fire, your mouth's full of cheek, after Mozambique. There's laughter in your bones, and your heart is made of gold. I know you'll be my best friend until we're gray and old. Sunshine girl, when you're traveling in a fog, I just remember that when it pulls in dark, you're my brightest star. Oh, I said, sunshine girl, when you're traveling a fog, just remember that when it pulls in dark, you're my brightest star.
I really hope you guys are having a lovely Christmas, and I've really enjoyed watching the show. From all of us here at the Old Bakery, we wish you a really happy new year and hope to see you back in 2021.
I stand next to you used to pray. I knew I'd be staying from the moment that you asked, and I knew that I'd follow however long time passed. I think you know deep inside, battle scars still in your mind. So I tell you now, I don't have a doubt. I'll come home to you, no matter what we do. I will find a way, 'cause I'm not ready to say goodbye at any time. So you have no worries, 'cause you're all I see in everything. Oh, always in my mind. You will find a girl who once struggled to breathe. I knew I'd be staying from the moment that you asked. I knew that I'd follow however long time passed. I think you know deep inside, battle scars still in your mind. So I tell you now, I don't have a doubt. I'll come home to you, no matter what we do. I will find a way, 'cause I'm not ready to say goodbye at any time. Everything is happening, but you'll be left behind. Everything leads back to you.